Already understaffed, Arizona school districts say their ability to fund key positions and programs for next year is at risk. Arizona Superintendent Tom Horn is notifying them to budget for 20% less in Title I funds.
The federal funds are allocated for low-income students by Congress each year. 13 News reporter Renee Romo spoke with Cochise County school officials who are worried about what comes next.
What programs are we going to cut? What's our plan B? Who are we going to fire? What's our plan B?
Title I schools have a higher poverty rate and have funding allocated to them by the federal government through a budget. With about 20% of that now being cut, many have accepted that the numbers cannot be changed, but are upset about the way the ADE went about announcing it. Meanwhile, others said they were never notified beforehand, like Cochise County Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Jackie Clay, saying if it had been approached with a goal of including everyone in the conversation, there might not be as much backlash.
If you can give them a venue for conversation, a venue for feedback, then those silos won't be there. Then those perceptions won't be there. The anger will not be there.
But State Superintendent Tom Horn says his office is not to blame and claims people just didn't check their emails to see the announcement.
We communicated as much as we possibly could, and we can't help the fact that the federal government changes the numbers. As soon as we found about the changes, we let everybody know about it. And when people communicated, anybody who had a problem was free to communicate with us, and we responded.
For Chris Cotterman, Director of Government Relations for the Arizona School Boards Association, the main issue is the department's inability to fully communicate the quote, how and why.
In our view, it's your responsibility to communicate that loudly, clearly, and frequently. Because if you don't, then when the numbers come out, people are going to start to ask a lot of questions. And if you can't explain yourself, then they're not going to trust your answers.
Dr. Clay mentioned that this is far from over as Title I schools work to figure out the best way to navigate the cuts to funding. Renee Romo, 13 News.